Hey, it's Mike from the Run Testers. I'm here with most of the Run Testers. We are here at the beginning of the Landmarks half. We are going to be race testing a lot of kit between us. So, Tom, what are you going to be testing?
The only thing I'm testing is the Puma Velocity Nitro 2.
Cool. Nick, over to you. What about you?
I've got the Huawei GT Runner on to test the GPS in a city race, especially very good. And then I'm wearing the Adidas Takumi Sen, which was the winner of the poll instead of the Puma DV8 Nitro Elite. So yeah, is the Adidas Takumi Sen good for longer distances like the half marathon? Is the test today.
Cool. And Jane, how about you? Are you testing anything? You're testing
the Run Best of Best.
Yeah, Run Testers
the Run Best of Best.
We've never properly tested that.
Run Best of Best.
Yeah.
Run Best of Best.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Try saying that like 5 times. Yeah, I'm running in men's kit, so that'll be an interesting test. I'm also running in shoes that I've not ever worn before.
What shoes are you in?
They're the Nike Tempo Next Percent. I have run in the shoe, but not this specific pair, so I don't know if that counts.
Cool.
Nothing new on race day apart from everything.
And Kieran, over to you. What are you testing?
I'm with Tom on the Puma Velocity Nitro 2.
Cool.
I'm also going to be trying out the shocks, not aftershocks, the shocks Open Run Pro 2, good for city races, I guess. And also this rather fetching lightweight race vest, which is massive,
like a bra.
massive overkill for a half marathon. But I've got full soft flasks, so I'm not going to be dehydrated. But I just want to see how it would fare. Is this the kind of thing that if you were going to run a marathon, would it be any good? It's proper minimal, so
Cool.
testing that.
Cool. And last up for me, I'm also testing the Huawei Watch GT Runner again after my kind of failed test of the Bilbao Marathon. So we'll be testing the GPS actually against the Garmin Epix. And then I've also got the Sony Link Buds as well, which I just want to kind of see what it's like to use in terms of running in crowds as an alternative to the shocks as well, which some of the guys are wearing. So I want to see how they fare and making sure they stay put as well during a race too. So yeah. That's what we're testing. We'll catch you up with how we got on in the race later and how we got on with our kit as well.
See you in 13 miles.
See you in 13 miles. Okay, we are done. London Landmarks half 2022. We all done. We almost all of us got through in one piece. We're going to talk through our kind of race experiences first. Tom, maybe we should start with you. How did you get on? What happened?
Not very well. This is the second time I've done London Landmarks now. Last year I finished with quite a painful calf issue. This year, didn't even finish. I had a painful calf issue. So, although I had a lovely run up until that point, ran with Jane up until 15k.
10 miles of chat.
I think I got Jane a PB, not sure. And then the calf went, but it was fine. I kind of expected. I thought it's a good race for that. I wanted to test the calf out, and wasn't really that bothered about time. So but I was using the Puma Velocity Nitro 2s.
Yeah.
Love the shoe. Fantastic. Yeah, it was really pretty more of the same from the first one, but I think it's a bit more comfortable. I think the upper is definitely a bit softer. That shoe's fantastic. Absolutely love it. Can't wait to test it properly.
Yeah, we've got a first run review on the channel as well, so definitely go and check that out. Maybe we should go to you, Jane, who Tom coached and paced.
My new coach, Tom here. No, I think my PB is currently at a virtual marathon, so I don't know if that doesn't count, does it? Virtuals don't count. So I think that might be, but bear with. But yeah, all good. It's a wiggly one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really wiggly.
How are the corners in the tempo?
Yeah.
100% stable, perfect.
Gorgeous.
I think I heard you coming at one point to the slapping along the
No, I really like them. It was all good.
And most importantly, I guess, the CRT Saw vest. How did you get on? Your debut in the vest.
Make women's kit. That's what I say. Hurry up, make that happen. It was great. Really good.
Cool. Kieran, maybe we go over to you. Do you want to talk through how you got on, how you found it?
Yeah, I ran long yesterday, so I'd done 18 miles. Like, the idea was to go out and just sort of plod around and run easy, and then I got really overexcited that I was in a race for the first time in 2 years. and because we're at the front wave, everyone was going at sort of 6-minute miles, and I ran too fast for sure, but did it in the Puma Velocity Nitros, got round running on field pretty happy. I'm not sure what time, like 140 something, and these 139, sub 140, happy with that.
Good work.
These Velocity Nitro 2s, yesterday was a really slow, easy run. Today a bit faster, sort of my pace, 7-minute miles or 7.5-minute miles, and they were fantastic actually. I was with Tom there. This is a brilliant shoe, really versatile. For £100, I reckon this shoe can take you, if you're a newer runner, this shoe could take you through your training for marathon thing up to a race. But loved it. Also tested these Aftershocks. They're Shocks Open Pro.
Naughty.
And I'm not really a bone conduction person, but in today's race where there was so much music on course, actually floating in and out of that music, having my own music, they were great. And I've also done some tests with some smart apparel, Prevail, and the Whoop Wear shorts. There'll be a video about that separately. But the Whoop shorts chafe, so that's not great. And then finally, I did the North Face flight vest, which was awful, absolutely awful. It wobbled from mile one. At mile one, I had to stop and empty out my car completely.
Kieran milked himself.
I had to milk myself and look at it, emptying my water the whole one, and then tuck away because there was just too much wobble. I mean, I wanted to stick it in the Thames, but anyway, that's my stuff. That's my stuff.
So this is the second time I've done landmarks. It is very twisty. I wouldn't say it's my favourite half marathon. It takes in some nice kind of parts of London. If you've never kind of done a route around London, I think it's a really good one to do. I did 130. It's not my quickest. I did 126 last year, and I kind of was reining in a little bit. I mean, I still kind of got caught up in the kind of race feel of it, and obviously I've got Brighton Marathon next weekend, so I wanted to kind of take it slightly easier. That didn't really happen, so happy with 130. In terms of the kit that I tested, so I had the Sony Link Buds, which I will say, even though I played around with the fit and I've tried a lot of the different buds, I did have a little bit of issue with the fit. It generally worked itself out, but actually I found them really good. I think I would probably use them instead of Shocks in terms of kind of awareness style headphones. I prefer they're more discreet. They sit kind of really small in the ear as well. They're really comfortable once I kind of got them to stay put. So the Link Buds work really well for me. I was testing the Epix against the Huawei Watch GT Runner as well, mainly testing the GPS performance because both of these watches are kind of pushing very accurate GPS technology. What I found in the GT Runner, now that I've been able to do a full race with them, they offered similar data, but they had issues, both of them, in terms of tracking location, obviously in a big kind of built-up city like London. In terms of metrics, kind of matched up generally. In terms of accurate distance tracking, they both weren't quite there really. Battery life about similar. The Huawei watch dropped off a little bit more, 5% more. But generally the tech worked well. Happy with the race. Good for me in terms of my second landmarks.
Good, yeah, fourth landmarks. Obviously last year won it. There's a bit of pressure going in, but luckily two lads shot off straight away at the start here, so I basically just ran by myself in third the whole race, ran completely to field. Solid 1:11:40, which is quicker than last year, so pleased with that. It's a very windy course, you've got to be a bit careful on that. And basically you never get a chance to run stable, so you're kind of speeding into a corner, slowing down, going up a little hill, slowing down, so you basically got to try and work out your pacing. It's quite tricky. But I was running in the Adidas Takumi Sen, as voted for by the TRT Insta Public, and they were fantastic. They're really quick, they're really comfortable, like no difference. Last year I wore the RC Elite 2, which is the most comfy carbon shoe for this race, and these were just as comfortable at the end. I probably maybe wouldn't push them for a full marathon, but there's no reason you wouldn't really. I think the idea of these being profiled as a 5k 10k shoe, yeah, no, these can do any distance. They're great racing shoes, really quick and good on corners, although there are so many corners that even in a shoe that's relatively low stack, and I have a shuffling style which goes around corners well, I feel like a speed skater going into those corners kind of on the sides of my feet at pace, so that was a bit tricky. I also used the Sony Link Buds because I thought when I was by myself straight away I thought I probably should put something on here, and they're great because they fit under a headband beautifully. They tuck in really nicely, and you can hear everything. So you can hear the crowd, and I could have a podcast on. I could turn it off by tapping my cheeks anytime I wanted. It was they were fantastic, great awareness and good sound, and kind of weren't loud enough when there was crowds, so you could hear the crowds, but then you could just hear your music on the quiet bits. And I had also the GT Runner and the Epix on. The GT Runner had a nightmare for me. Even on the warm up, I could tell it was going to be a nightmare. So it looked like 22k. You could see it was going going up and down. Epix was a little bit the same, like a few problems, but it was consistent. So I knew early on how far out it was for a kilometre. So I knew that actually I needed to run 21.5k to finish, and that's what I did run. So overall, very good day. Nice, yeah, really enjoyed the shoes, really enjoyed the kit, love my saw vest again, and a solid podium finish. So yeah, good stuff.
Cool, there you have it. That is our our race test for the London Landmarks Half 2022. Thanks to Landmarks for sorting this all out. Really appreciate it. We had a nice little kind of gym to kind of
Coach London.
Coach London, which were great showers.
Tom at physio might have fixed his car. So
Thanks to that physio.
And also thanks to all the people that said hi and recognised us from the channel as well. I really appreciate it, and we're always happy to help and offer advice in terms of kit and stuff.
Mid-race, ask us about shoes.
Yeah,
I always like to talk shoes.
Don't ask me. Mid-race.
Awesome, cool.
The London Landmarks registration for 2023 is open now as well.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, it's hard to get in. You've got to go by balance and move quick.
There you have it. That is our race test video. As always, like and subscribe. Hit that little bell to find out about our latest videos. And yeah, we'll see you for the next run testers video.
Mike's going to the boat race.
I'm going to the boat race. See ya.